So you guys want to come here for 1 minute?
Yeah.
Let me show you this real quick. That is about a foot back from the tap of the city sewer, and as you can see on the sides, there's cracks. See that on the sides? Right here. Vertical crack, horizontal crack, looks like a crack on the top,
That's where?
crack on the side, just before the tap of the city sewer, where it connects to the city sewer.
That's
under the street.
Under the street.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that do? What's that do? How does it affect us negatively or
Well,
not at
what's
all, or what?
Yeah, I mean, what's going to probably happen is you're going to get another crack going, and then what's going to end up happening is sooner or later is a chunk of that pipe is going to probably fall out onto the bottom and get washed out with the sanitary water. So sooner or later that will have to be taken care of. Problem with that is
And that's
it's under the street at 9'6" deep. So
Well, how would we know when it breaks?
well, how you probably wouldn't know for a while, but because it's not, the whole pipe is not going to collapse at one time, most likely. So what will happen is the water will saturate into the ground. The ground's only going to saturate so much before it starts filling the pipe back up.
I would imagine every house on this street's got some
Oh,
degree of that, some degree, I would
yeah.
think.
What's the age of this house?
1958.
Yeah,
58.
yeah. It's got a lot
So
of...
how concerned should we be with that?
Take a good look at this again. You should be moderately concerned. So what that means is, you could either fix that now, negotiate that, whatever, or I would say at the very least a camera inspection every 2 years to make sure it's still intact.
What's the cost of repairing something like that?
That right there is going to be a little costly because you're going to have to.
Taking it for the street
You're
up.
going to have to. The street's going to have to be blocked off. You're going to have to tear up the street. Go down 10 feet deep, and it's going to be costly, thousands. Probably at least 5. I would say 4 or 5. Trying to get the city permits, to do all this work.
So should I kill a deal over it?
I wouldn't. I'm not the guy to tell you yes or no, but the repair is going to happen sooner or later.
How much of that wall is left? Is that 95% good wall? Is that 98% good wall?
You can't really do it that way because you've got one crack on each side wall and then a crack on the top. So it's really hard to say that.
Right.
It's probably been like that for a while. It probably can still be like that for a while.
It's just a lottery, but it's
Yeah, you never know. I was at U.S. Steel over their whole structural program for 16 years in E-course, and I would get questions like that. It's like, it's good today. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell those guys. Well, how long is it going to last? Well, I don't know that. How many trucks come down the street every day? And there's a lot of compression. It's hard to tell. Like I said, it's probably been like that for a while. It's probably going to be like that for a while. But sooner or later, it will need to be replaced.
Okay. Is that the only thing?
Yeah, and then we'll see. As I come back now, we'll look at the rest so that we can see to say, okay, it's just that section that you'd have to replace. Or let's say we come back 20 feet and you've got a connection that's got some separation in between. Now you're talking, you probably want to replace that whole line. Why would you just replace that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's up in the air right now. We'll see as I come back. That's just tree root on the top. So here's where the belly starts. So you get the belly right there too. So 54 feet. That's where the belly starts. Yeah, it's not that long.
About 8 feet.
Yep. Unless it starts again, that's not that bad. But it looks like we're still under somewhat of it. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the belly at this point, but like I said, when you go and replace, you might as well replace the belly too. The big cost is getting the big machine here, right?
Yeah.
Excavator. That's a lot of the cost.
How bad is that belly? I mean,
Not bad because it's way out there. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to back anything up. We're still 40 feet out. So here's the problem with your tree root too. Good thing you don't have any tree root out there by the cracks, because we want, when you have this snaked out, you should have this line snaked out because of the tree root that's in there.
Yeah.
So we're going to tell them exactly where to stop. Don't go any farther. Don't go to the,
Because you don't want them to
oh, he takes that cutter down there.
Yeah.
He's liable to,
just pull pieces of it. Right out.
yeah, he's liable to explode that whole pipe right there. But your tree root is bad enough to where I would say clean it. But you just got to be here with them so that you can watch them. Okay, how long is that piece of snake? They're all 10 feet or whatever. Okay, well then we'll count that. And with my counter, you'll know not to go too far.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make sure that we're way back, because there's no tree root out there.
Right.
So all that I'll put in my report too. And because this tree root is on the side like this, if you put a 2-inch cutter down there, you're not even going to hit the tree root. So you got to put an expandable cutter in there. So it goes into the line. It's a 4-inch line. It goes in, opens up to the wall on the inside of the pipe, and cuts at the wall.
Okay.
Another reason that's good and bad.
You don't want it on your cracks or
Yeah,
pulling
that
on
would.
pieces.
Yeah, that would be. Could be disastrous. So far, I don't see any more cracks, so that's good. Okay, so that's where your crack pipe connects to your cast iron, and you've got tree root coming through that connection too.
You said the cast iron goes out about 6 feet?
Cast iron, no, this cast iron is going out 12 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's quite unusual, but not for this age. A lot of areas in Detroit, you might be cast iron all the way out.
Right.
Cast iron looks like it's just moderately scaled for its age, which is really good. And that's really good because you don't want to be digging through the floor too. Yep, that's what you got. gap right there.
Now, where are you at there?
I'm just going, he asked me to go through the sump pump to make sure that cap goes for this sump pump,
Oh,
and it does.
is that good?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's working.
Oh, they got a water backup system
Mm-hmm.
for that sub pump. Wow.
Yep, I got it unplugged right now, but yes, that's what it is.